Hello there, boys and girls. Welcome back to another episode of the Arsenal Save on FM18. Sorry there wasn't any episode out yesterday. Work got on top of me and had to push it back to Thursday and a Friday upload as we did last week. So let's do a little bit of a roundup of where we are in each of the competitions, where we are in the Europa League, and then we'll get straight into this second leg against Feyenoord. So let's have a look at the competitions. We have a 18-point lead in the Premier League ahead of United. Looking very, very strong for us there and should do us really well going into the final 7 matches of the season for us. We then have, going into the second leg of the Europa League, we have a 3-1 win going into the second leg. 3 away goals that we got away at Feyenoord. And then the second game of today's episode will be at home to Newcastle in the Premier League. And we're trying to maintain or even extend that lead in the Premier League there. So let's, without further ado, let's go straight into this second leg, into the first game of today's episode. Nice and easy. Haven't really missed anything going forward. So let's see who's in the driving seat for all of these Europa League games. So Milan and Benfica are 1 apiece. Spartak absolutely destroying Krasnodar 4-1. Roma beating Nice 1-0. Lyon are winning the French exchange against Marseille 3-1. The Spanish exchange is still 0-0, so all to play for there. Olympiacos beating Sporting 1-0, which is a very surprising result, and then PSV beating Zenit 1-0. So this is the starting line. We've got Tino Horn in goal, Monreal, Belic, Kaleshniak and Bellerin at right back. We've got Dahoud and Wilshere in the middle. We've got Iwobi on the left, Nelson on the right, Cazorla behind Moussa Dembele. Very rotated squad going into this second leg. I think we've got enough of a lead in the first leg, from the first leg, to actually go into this one a little bit, I wouldn't say weaker, but a little bit more rotated. On the bench we've got Laporte, Serraro, Xhaka, Walcott, Lacazette, Welbeck and Kluivert. So a very strong bench if we needed it, if we needed them to come on and do a job for us. Let's go straight into it. Here we go then. We are starting this second leg. Teams are out. Feyenoord in the black and white. We are, it says black and white, but they're in a bit of a bluey colour there. Blue and black, possibly. And we are in our red and white strip going into this first half. 5 minutes gone into this first half. Goes for a highlight for Feyenoord. Verlaine now in the midfield into Jorgensen. Jorgensen now is going to drive forward. Boguis on the right hand side. We're going to try and drive inside, but Dahoud cuts that ball out. Gets the ball straight up to Moussa. Moussa now inside to Santi. Santi back to Jack. And just keeping the ball. Jack Wilshere, a little bit of space into Cazorla, into Iwobi. Lovely ball over the top. Dembele's there, but a good save for Vermeer. I wouldn't mind little to no highlights in this game, but for you, the viewer, probably not the best. So Bellerin now into Cazorla, into Reiss Nelson, trying to get the ball in, trying to get into Dembele's path, but Vermeer, very good catch there, and he gets the ball out, rolls the ball out to Bottegrin and Van der Heijden, and they are playing around here. They're making Dembele look a little bit silly, and the ball's going to come to Reiss Nelson. Reiss Nelson now is going to take the ball and run with it. Does really well to beat his man there. Can he get another ball in? Yes, he can. Into Dembele, near post. Into Santi Cazorla, and that is 1-0 to the Arsenal. Lovely patient play. Lovely hold-up play by Moussa Dembele. Could see that he was nowhere near the goal. Let's see it in 3D. So Nelson, lovely driven run here. And he gets the ball into Moussa, and he just holds the ball up there. And he tucks the ball into Santi, and that is 1-0 on the night. 4-1 on aggregate. There's a good patient build-up there from us. Feyenoord not really keeping hold of the ball. And in today's episode as well, we're going to bring you the quarter-final draw next, straight after this game, if we do get through. And then we'll bring you the Newcastle game as well. That goal has just, I think, put the nail in the coffin. We're going to go for another highlight here. Wilshere into Koscielny. Oh, heads the ball over. Coming into the final 2 or 3 minutes of the half. And as I said, seems to put the nail in the coffin for this Feyenoord team. And we seem to be pretty comfortable in that first half. Lots of possession in the central midfield. We lost it a little bit and struggled with possession in the opposition's half. But we are 1-0 up. Any more ties? So Spartak extend their lead to 5-1. Villarreal take the lead on an away goal. Carlos Bacca scoring for Villarreal. Sporting bring it back to 1 apiece. And PSV are still leading Zenit 2-1 on aggregate. Coming up to the hour mark now. And they've just made a change. Amrabat is on for Tapia in the middle of midfield. Nelson's picked up a knock. Let's take him off. Don't really want him to have a bigger injury than what he already has. Jack Wilshere as well, he'll be coming off. Going to bring Granit Xhaka on. I think they're the only two that I'm going to make a change on. Injury, and Jack Wilshere, who's been susceptible to injuries, shall we say. We'll be quite kind to Jack. He's been a good servant for us in this opening season for us. Jorgensen now into Valena, but the pass to Valena from Jorgensen was a bit too heavy, and Timo Horn just picks that up. Out to Bellic, into Monreal. Nice triangles being played here by the Arsenal team. Iwobi into Granit Xhaka. He's going to switch that ball out to Justin Kluivert, and he's going to take his man on. Can he beat him? He does try and beat him, but the man has gone straight through in Nelom. He's already on a yellow card. I think this will be a second yellow for him. Kluivert just using that absolutely rapid pace that he has. Miquel Nelom is now off. Xhaka finds him perfectly on this right-hand side, and he just absolutely destroys him. Kluivert using that pace, and he just comes through, and he just doesn't get anywhere near the ball. They're down to 10 men, 10 minutes to go, game over. I think this will be the final whistle. Yes, it is. There we go. The referee's brought it to a close. Very professional performance from the boys. And then let's see who we get in the next round of the cup. Let's go. So quarter-final cup draw is happening. Milan are still going to be in. Spartak Moscow, Roma, Lyon did a really professional job against Marseille. Villarreal are through, as are Sporting, as are PSV. Anybody other than, I don't want Milan, I don't want Roma. The rest of them, I think we can do a job on them, to be brutally honest, because Milan really have strengthened in the summer. As you probably well know, in real life, they just spent a shed load of money on 8 or 9, probably a whole team of players. So they'll be very, very dangerous for us. Here we go then. Here is the quarter-final draw of the Europa League. Let's see who we get. So we've got Milan, Lyon, Roma, Sporting, PSV, Spartak Moscow and Villarreal. Let's go. See who we're going to get. Lyon are out the hat first, and we are going to play Lyon away from home first leg. And let's see the other draws. Milan are going to play Roma, so an all-Italian fare in the quarter-final. Villarreal are going to play PSV, and then Sporting are going to play Spartak Moscow. So we get through to the semi-finals. We could be in with a great opportunity to go all the way to the Europa League final, which is absolutely fantastic. Right then, news in between games. First off, Petr Cech injured for 3 weeks, I think it was. Yeah, 3 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks. So he's been injured over the international break because I think he retired from international football. And we have been told, or we have been known or let know, that we need a point against Newcastle to win the league. As you can see here, United actually lost their last game because it puts them on 32 games for the season. They lost to Watford 2-0, and that has opened the door to us. If we win today, it'll be 5 games left, and we'll be 21 points clear, and we'll have won the league in our first season with 5 games to go. So who is going to be in the squad? Who's going to be in the starting lineup for this very, very important game? So this is going to be the team for the all-important game. We've got Timo Horn in goal, Bellerin, Mustafi, Laporte and Kolesniak at the back. Xhaka and Ramsey in the midfield. Berardi on the right, Nelson on the left, just because Danny Welbeck and Alex Iwobi aren't 100% fit. Mesut Ozil in behind Alexander Lacazette. And we just need a point. I would love to win this and really, really, really dominate the league from the off. So I'm going to ask my assistant to do that, and he absolutely loves that. And let's go into the tunnel. The day is finally upon us. Can you get the point required to become Premier League champions today? We've managed to give ourselves a great platform on which to perform today, and I hope the players do themselves justice because they've been magnificent all season. Yes, they have. The lads have been absolutely phenomenal. You come into this one good form whilst your opponents do not. I have no concerns over that. We're prepared in a professional manner, and we now go out and do the business. We're at the Emirates against a very, very poor Newcastle side. They see themselves in 17th, so they're only a point ahead of Crystal Palace in the relegation zone. And I expect us to absolutely dominate this match. Kolesniak now is going to whip the ball into Alexander Lacazette, and he has put us 1-0 up 20 seconds into the game. Usually these opening highlights give us absolutely naff all, but Nelson, Ozil and Kolesniak supporting Alexander Lacazette to put us 1-0 up after, I think it was about 20 seconds when the ball goes in. 19 seconds of play gone. 1-0 to the Arsenal. Premier League title is in our hands. Reyes now going to whip this ball in for Newcastle. Lejuvené, but Horn has kept that pretty comfortably, to be fair. Timo Horn getting a little bit more of a chance in goal just because of the injury to Petr Cech. Berardi now, lovely switch over to Reiss Nelson. Reiss Nelson's going to go... He's going to be surrounded, being absolutely surrounded and drowned out by Newcastle defenders. But Ramsey picks up the ball from Laporte. And Newcastle defending pretty well here, to be fair. Really trying to get as many people round around Arsenal players as they can. Özil into Ramsey. Ramsey takes a shot. Oh, what a hit that is by Aaron Ramsey. 2-0 to the Arsenal from the 18-yard line. Absolutely pummeled it into the top left-hand corner. And Hick, I think it came off the bar and just pinged down. Berardi into Özil. And Ramsey's got loads of space there. One touch out of his feet. And what a hit that is. Rob Elliott, absolutely no chance. Was it Carl Darlow? No chance in the goal. It's Carl Darlow. 2-0 to the Arsenal. I think it's match already won, to be fair. Free kick. Reiss Nelson's going to whip this ball in. Trying to find Laporte at the back post. Oh, he heads it just wide. He peeled off his marker really well there. And he just nodded it wide, unfortunately. Coming into the final 5 minutes of this first half. Their defence has been absolutely pummeled. 6.4s and a 6.2. Can't handle Lacazette, Özil, Berardi, Ramsey all coming forward and coming after this Newcastle side. But it's been a great opening half for us. Go back into the dressing room and just applaud them, really, to be fair. They've done their jobs really, really well. Happy with how it's going. Keep it going, lads. They absolutely love that. Start the second half. Let's go for a little bit more here. Midfield 2 looking a little bit knackered for us, so might have to switch those two round. Both played in the international break, but we do have some really good deputies on the bench. Özil now picking the ball and going over to Ramsey into Berardi. Berardi now does have that overlap with Bellerin, but it goes out to Nelson on this left hand side. Lovely ball down the channel to Lacazette, but Lejué is in there for just in front of Lacazette. Nelson, they're picking up the ball and they're just hoofing it forward to Mitrovic, and it's not really sticking up there. Nelson driving inside. Özil, lovely ball, trying to find Lacazette again. Nelson again, but Darlow is up to that one. Bit of a poor shot, really, to be fair, with to Reiss Nelson. Should do better in that instance, but he is still only young. Gashi down the right hand side to Mbemba. Mbemba is going to get the ball in, and Timo Horn has to tip that across. Dangerous looking cross there. I think didn't really mean it to do that, but it's a free kick. It's a corner. Sorry, the corner hits the bar, and we get it clear just after the hour mark. That's fine. Özil injured. We brought Wilshere on, and we brought Storaro on as well in that middle of midfield alongside Aaron Ramsey. 2-0. We did our job in the first 10 minutes of this game. Really interesting to see how long Özil is out for. Could be make or break of whether we're going to win the Europa League or not. Reyes now into Isaac Hayden, into Dwight Gale. Dwight Gale one-on-one with Timo Horn. That's a good save by Timo. Mustafi now is going to get this ball clear. That is the end of the highlight. Sorara's going to whip this ball in. 10 minutes to go. Trying to find Nelson at the back post, but it comes back out to Mbemba. And I think he's just going to get this ball clear. No, he goes back to Darlow. Jorge Sanéz. Up to Reyes. Reyes over to Gashi. Gashi now. Is he going to go inside? Yes, he does to Hayden, but Storaro's there. Lovely tackle by Storaro. Wilshere surrounded by Newcastle players. They're a very high pressing team, Newcastle. Lacazette one-on-one with the keeper, and he puts that away. 10 minutes to go. We finally cross the T's and dot the I's on this championship season for us. 10 minutes to go. We're 3-0 up. Wilshere surrounded out by Newcastle players. Nelson finds Wilshere in that little gap, and lovely little ball, lovely little dink over the top, and Lacazette just absolutely puts his foot through that. 3-0 to the Arsenal. Game, set, match. Ramsey off now. Final 5 minutes. Brought Walcott on. Switch Wilshere back and Berardi into the middle. And I think this will be it. Final few seconds now, and that is it. Full time whistle has gone. 3-0 to the Arsenal. And this should show us that we are champions of England once again after very, very many years. Passionately say, fantastic result. Love the way you played, boys. Love that. Let's leave the match and let's see the confirmation. Arsenal win the Premier League. 5 games left of the Premier League season. Pivotal match was early on in the season where we beat Arsenal 5-2. Didn't know how we were going to get on against the big boys. We've done pretty well against them, to be brutally honest. And we are the champions. Özil is out for 6 to 8 weeks. I think that pretty much ends his season, really, to be fair, because we are in March, April time. Probably only 4 to 6 weeks left, and he might come back in. But I honestly don't think we'll see him again this. So we will bring you Lyon in the Europa League. First and second leg. We'll do that back to back because the league now is sewn up. I would have brought you the Chelsea game, the West Ham game, the City game. But the league's gone. The league's done and dusted. We are now focusing on the Europa League and to see if we can do a League and European Cup win. A League and European Cup double, to be fair. That'll be interesting to see if we can do that in this first season for us. But that is it for today's episode. If you have enjoyed it, please do leave it a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and you don't want to miss out on any more content going forward. We're in the Champions League next year. We are champions of England. Leave in the comment section just to see if there's anybody that I should be looking at for the second season. If you guys have played it already into the second season on FM18, leave me in the comment section who you think we should go after in the squad to strengthen it for a Champions League run. And until next time when we bring you Lyon Leg 1 and Leg 2, I'll see you soon.